You may have heard the phrase natural immunity tossed around, especially during cold and flu season or in the wake of public health events like pandemics. But what does it actually mean and why is it important? In this video, we're going to break down what natural immunity is, why it matters, and how it compares to artificial immunity, including vaccines. Okay, let's break it down. So before we dive into the different types of immunity, we first need to understand what the immune system is and what it's made of. Let's start with a core truth. Your body is not a chaotic bundle of random parts. It comes equipped with an intelligent defense system that's designed to protect, adapt, and remember. You can think of your immune system like a well-organized and coordinated military operation with a very responsive and effective team. Your immune system is a complex network of organs, tissues, and cells, and proteins that work together to protect your body from harmful invaders, such as bacteria, viruses, parasites, and toxins. Its core job is to distinguish between what belongs to you, your own healthy cells and tissues, and what doesn't. In other words, it's always scanning for anything that's non-self or foreign, like a virus or harmful bacteria, and deciding how to respond. But it's not just a reactionary system. It's also naturally designed to constantly learn and evolve and build memory from past experiences to respond more efficiently in the future. Broadly speaking, your immune system has two main branches. There's the innate system and the adaptive system. The innate immune system is your first line of defense, and it's ready as soon as you're born. It's fast, general, and always on. It doesn't need to recognize a threat specifically, it just reacts when it detects an invader. The innate system is like the military's frontline troops and perimeter guards, always on patrol, quick to respond, and ready to block or contain anything unfamiliar that could cause harm. It's immediate, broad, and powerful. In the body, this includes barriers like your skin, mucus, stomach acid, and certain white blood cells that attack anything unfamiliar. The adaptive or acquired immune system is your learned defense. It develops over time from exposure to specific pathogens. It's more specific in action and takes longer to activate than the innate system, but it gets smarter with each encounter. This adaptive system is like military intelligence and special operations. They gather information on each new invader, create a tailored response, and then store that information for the future. So if the same issue shows up again, your body responds more quickly, specifically, and effectively. This is the part of your immune system that remembers pathogens it has seen before, and this memory helps your body recognize and respond more efficiently the next time. Together, they form multi-layered protection, one team handling rapid response, and the other fine-tuning your long-term defense strategy through memory and learning. Okay, so those are the two branches of your immune system. Now, what is immunity? Immunity is the ability to resist and clear pathogens or other foreign substances and become immune to a particular illness. It means your immune system can recognize a particular threat and neutralize it before it causes harm, or at least reduce the severity of the illness. So essentially, immunity is protection against disease. Now, there are two major categories of immunity that we acquire through that adaptive branch of our immune system, the branch that learns through exposure. There's naturally acquired immunity and artificially acquired immunity. And each of these have an active and passive component as well. Let's talk about natural immunity first. Active natural immunity develops when you're exposed to a virus or bacteria in your environment and your immune system learns how to fight it off naturally. For example, a child who gets chickenpox and recovers will typically have long-term protection or immunity to the virus. Natural immunity can also be acquired passively, and this happens when immunity is passed from one person to another, usually temporarily. The most common natural example is a mother passing antibodies to her baby through breastfeeding, through her breast milk. It's a beautiful built-in system of early protection while baby's own immune system is still developing. Let's compare this now to artificial immunity. This is when your immune system is prompted to respond using medical intervention. The most well-known example is vaccines. Active artificial immunity happens when you're given a vaccine that introduces part of a virus or bacteria into the body. This is done in order to train your immune system to recognize and fight it in the future. There's also passive artificial immunity, and this occurs when you receive antibodies that were created outside of your body, typically from another human or animal, and often in the form of an injection. So tetanus immune globulin is one example given for tetanus infection. This can provide immediate, again, but temporary protection and is often used in medical emergencies. So when we talk about natural immunity, we're really referring to the body's ability to respond and recover from infection without medical intervention, either by direct exposure to a virus or bacteria or passive transfer, like from mother to child. And understanding how this works isn't just academic. It helps us make informed choices when navigating both everyday health and big medical decisions. So let's take COVID-19 as a fairly recent example. Many people developed natural immunity to SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19, through direct exposure and recovery, especially during the early waves when the virus was spreading quickly. What we saw over time is that those who recovered from infection often developed strong, broad, and long-lasting immunity, in many cases more robust than what was seen in individuals who were vaccinated alone. Natural infection exposed the immune system to the full virus, not just a piece of it, the spike protein, which led to a more comprehensive immune memory overall. That said, natural immunity varied from person to person based on individual terrain, something we'll discuss more in another video, which includes things like underlying health and nutritional status. But overall, studies have shown that naturally acquired immunity often induced strong T cell and mucosal responses, not just antibody generation from B cells, which play a critical role in long-term protection. This doesn't mean natural infection is always the ideal or safest path, especially for those who are vulnerable, but it does highlight the incredible capacity of the body to learn and adapt through lived experience. And it's a reminder that our immune system, especially when supported, is more capable than we're often led to believe. Now, before we wrap up, I want to share something openly, because this is a highly nuanced topic and people bring strong feelings and, of course, their lived experience to it. So here's my transparent perspective. I do hold a personal bias, or maybe better said, a foundational belief that natural immunity is one of the most reliable forms of protection we have when the foundation is strong. To me, it's one of the most fascinating, powerful, and underappreciated aspects of human biology. Natural immunity, though just as important as vaccine-based immunity, is often overlooked or misunderstood and doesn't always get the thoughtful attention it deserves in public health conversations. We're still learning so much about how it works, and in many ways, science has only scratched the surface. This isn't about ignoring risk or oversimplifying complexity, but it's about placing informed trust in the wise systems of the body while also recognizing the responsibility that comes with that. What we do know is that when it's supported well, the body's ability to mount a comprehensive natural immune response to protect itself is nothing short of incredible. You may find that you agree or disagree with my perspective, and either is completely okay. My hope is that you can make aligned decisions that reflect both science and informed choice for yourself, your family, and the well-being of our broader human community. In the next video, we'll explore the foundation that makes natural immunity more effective, your terrain. This is where we explore the difference between the traditional germ theory-focused model of health, where pathogens are seen as the problem, and the terrain-focused approach, which emphasizes the internal environment of the body as the true determinant of how we respond to illness and develop resilient immunity. Let's keep going.